Hello, this is Sada Akash Reddy from BE CSCB 4th year. Our case study topic is detecting WSDL bad practices in code first web services. Uh, and we here discuss the introduction, literature survey, problem analysis, proposal solution, methodologies, so resource and techniques, solutions, validations, conclusions, and reference. Initially, introduction. WSDL is an XML-based language that allows providers to specify their services functionalities as a set of abstract operations with inputs and outputs. Far from being a buzzword, SOC has been exploited by major players in the software industry and the electronic market, including Microsoft, Oracle, Google, and Amazon. The enquiry API receives a keyword-based query and in turn returns a list of candidates WSDL documents, which the user who performs the discovery process must analyze. Within these, the service design phase compresses the specifications using the WSDL document. And in literature survey, we can see that the WSDL is a language that allows providers to describe two parts of the services, namely what it does and how it invoke it. The later part selfies technologies aspects such as transport protocols and network addresses. Main WSDL elements such as port types, operations, messages must be named with unique names. Optionally, these WSDL elements might contain documentation in the form of the copies. And standard complaint approaches to web services discoveries are they based on service description specified in the WSDL. All through approaches such as Dawn and Coastal has been rigorously evaluated such shown promising results. Such results are jeopardized by poorly written WSDL documents. And these are the different parts from the literature survey that we are discussing in this topic. And here, importantly, consumers use the functional descriptions to match third-party services against their needs. The technological details to evoke the selected services, which WSDL service functionality is described as a set of port types, which arranges different operations, which invocation is based on message exchange. And when it comes to the problem analysis, the author classified the identity bad practices as problems concerning how two services interface has been designed, problems in the comments, and identifiers used to describe your services, and the problem and how the data exchanged by the service are modeled. Each bad practice description is accomplished by a reproducible solution in the broad view, and they are discoverable anti-patterns to prevent the occurring problems from the WSDL documentation, and they discovering the anti-patterns which are used to prevent the problems in the WSDL documentation. And this is the table. The table is totally about the core subset of the web service discoverability anti-patterns, and there are different type of anti-patterns, and um, when the problems occur, these type of anti-patterns will use it as a solution to the problems that occurs in the WSDL document. Proposal solution. Proposal solution. In proposal solution, experimental test bed and results. Initially, we talk about the what are the problems that are occurred in a WSDL documentation, and the some of them are discovering the anti-patterns to clear that problems. So we are discussing now what are the solutions that we propose in the WSDL documentation. The approach chosen for testing the hypothesis of a previous section consists on gathering WO matrix from open source web services and checking the value obtained against the number of anti-patterns found in the several WSDL documents, using regression and correlation methods to validate the useful of these matrices for the anti-pattern prediction. So we are using here the WO matrix, which are used the uh, which is used to consist the previous section gathering, and it's used as an open source for the web services to check the values obtained from the number of anti-patterns are found in the WSDL document. These are the basic structure of the what WHDL document, what they contain and about how it work. Now, object-oriented matrix and WHDL antipatterns correction analysis. There are different types of antipatterns that we are discussing in the WHDL documentation, and here we are mainly using the double O matrix, which is in object-oriented matrix, which is used as a open source for the web services to clear the problems in the WHDL patterns. So here, uh, in the previously we taught about the two methods to rectify the problems in WHDL. So we are using first correlation analysis, which is used in the anti-patterns. So a fundamental ability of the SCAM concept is to support media independent handovers between the various access technologies. This means the mobile nodes are not limited to a single access technology and are able to make an optional decision to use the most appropriate access technology for message delivery. And furthermore, we employed extra matrices, namely lines of code, LOC matrices, and counts of which counts the number of source code lines in the class, including comments, and two matrices from the work pipelines, and DAM, data access matrix from cohesion among the CAM, and different type of matrices we are invented to prevent the problems in the WHDL document. And these are the RT patterns and the matrices which we are using in the WHDL. And these are the minimum and maximum and mean and standard day for those patterns. And and here we are mainly this is the important for topic on the WHDL document, and this is the WHDL model. So in this model we are using basically WHDL model resulted in two subsets, namely WWC, CPO, ATC, and EPM, and WWC, CAM, ATC, and EPM. Furthermore, the matrices is more popular among developers and is better supported in IDE tools compared with the CMA matrix. Moreover, as will be explained in the section 2, 4.2, we to avoid WSDL anti-patterns, early code refactoring by version on double O matrix. Double O means object-oriented matrix values are necessary. And methodology. The higher the number of public methods belongs to the class implementing a service, the more frequent the ambiguous names anti-pattern occurrence. Similar to H3, we believe that an increment in the number of methods may lift the number of non-representative names within a WHDL document, since for each method a T-based code first two automatically generates in principle 5 names, one for the operation and two for the input and output and two for the data types. And this is the basic structure of the WHDL documentation, which performed inside of the system and how it works. In the hypothesis H1 started that as a value of the CBO matrix increases, so does the number of occurrence of the enclosed data models anti-pattern does suggest a positive correlation between the two. This shows an almost perfect correlation between the matrices and the anti-pattern, which we are discussed in the above table and statistics. And mainly the correlation factors equals to the always 1. And resources and techniques. Improve. One of the techniques to which we are using in the WHDL document is the improving WHDL constructs. When it comes to the improving the WHDL construct, on the other hand, there is a substantial amount of research concerning improving services with respect to the quality of the contract exposed. In this sense, we can say that our approach is related to the such effects and a clear service contracts. On the other hand, in our approach, these aspects are qualified in the obtained contracts by means of the specific WHDL level matrix. Furthermore, we find that the values of such matrix can be controlled based on values in the WO matrix. These are the technique which are using to improve the WHDL constant in the above slide. And using WO matrix as software quality predictor. Uh, we know that WO matrix is the first matrix which used in the anti-patterns, which used to solve the bad coding in the WSTL documentation. So when it comes to the using of the WO matrix, to test the hypothesis, the author manually corrected matrices from the e-commerce suite developed in C++ and Java and compared them against detect resolution logs, and we had needed the control of a configured management system. Empirical, empirical evidence supported the role of double design matrix in determining software defects are achieved. This is a table for the refactoring impact on WMC and its relocated anti-patterns. And here we see there is a original series average and refactored series average. In these are the WMC patterns which we used in the WSTL documentation. Thank you.